He walked into the room and said almost nothing. He was in his late 50s, calm, unhurried, and within 3 minutes every woman at that table had subtly repositioned herself toward him. Curious. No pickup lines, no performance, just presence. You already know what the fear is, that one day you become invisible. That age strips something away. But here is what those women were responding to. Something older men carry that younger men haven't earned yet. A subconscious calculation she runs before you've finished your first sentence. Thoughtful, this is not dating advice. This is pattern recognition. Esther Perel has written extensively about how desire lives in the gap between the known and the unknown, and what you're about to understand is exactly what women are scanning for in that gap. Primal, biological, happening beneath the level of conscious thought. There are 7 things she is reading the moment you enter her awareness, and most men over 40 have no idea this evaluation is even happening. Number 3 on this list is the one most men never see coming. It's the signal she scrutinizes more than your looks, more than your status, more than anything you say. I'll call it the most scrutinized calculation she runs, and when I get to it, you'll understand why it either opens everything or quietly closes the door. If these hidden patterns are already starting to click for you, do one thing right now. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. The men who lock in early are the ones who actually change the game. Let's go. Number 1. How you enter a space. Most men make the mistake of entering a room focused on being noticed. They scan around, look for acknowledgement. Their energy says, "Does anyone see me?" And she reads that immediately. What she is actually scanning for is whether you belong in the space or whether you need the space to validate you. Her subconscious is asking, does this man own himself? The fix is simple and requires nothing dramatic. Before you walk into any room, a restaurant, a dinner party, an office, pause for one breath at the door. Let the space come to you rather than rushing into it. This is not a technique, it is a nervous system reset. It tells your body you are not in a hurry to be received, and she feels that without knowing she feels it. Number 2. Whether your stillness is comfort or shut down. Here is the mistake. Men confuse being quiet with being grounded. There is a difference between a man who is still because he is present, and a man who is still because he is shut down or checked out. She knows the difference. What she is reading is whether your silence has warmth in it. A man who is quiet but whose eyes are alive, who is genuinely tracking the conversation, radiates something completely different from a man who has gone cold. The fix is subtle. When she speaks, let your face respond before your mouth does. A slight nod. A real reaction. Not exaggerated. Just alive. It tells her your inner world is still moving even when your outer world is calm. Number 3. Whether you are comfortable with your own desire. This is the most scrutinized calculation. This is where men lose without knowing it. The mistake is this. Men either suppress their desire entirely, trying to seem respectful and safe, or they leak it in a way that feels needy or pressured. Both are misreads of what she actually wants to feel. What she is scanning for is a man who is drawn to her but not destabilized by it. Her subconscious calculation is running a specific question. Does this man want me from a place of abundance, or from a place of hunger? There is a biological symphony underneath this evaluation. Her nervous system is reading your nervous system. Desire that is clean and settled feels nothing like desire that is anxious or entitled. The fix is in how you hold eye contact. Not the intensity of it, the quality of it. Soft, interested, stable. If you look away first every time, she reads anxiety. If you hold too hard, she reads pressure. The grounded adjustment is to let your eye contact breathe. Hold it naturally, then let it move to her hands, her expression, back to her eyes. Easy, unhurried, as if you like looking at her, and you're completely okay with that fact. Number 4. Whether you listen to respond or listen to understand. The mistake is nodding while already composing your next sentence. She feels this. It registers as low-grade dismissal. What her subconscious is reading is whether you are genuinely curious about her interior world, or just managing the conversation until you can speak again. The fix is to let a beat of silence sit after she finishes. 1 second. Then respond. That pause signals you absorbed what she said rather than just waiting for your turn. Occasionally reflect back something specific. Not "that's interesting." Something like "so it sounds like that situation puts you in a tough spot." Specific, grounded, real. Now here is something that runs beneath all 7 of these points. Women are emotional lie detectors. This is not a metaphor. The research into micro-expressions, tonality, and body language, particularly work built on Joe Navarro's decades of behavioral analysis, confirms that women, especially as they mature, are extraordinarily sensitive to incongruence. If your words say one thing and your body says another, she registers the body first, and the words almost not at all. Sexual polarity, genuine masculine presence, is not loudness or dominance. It is the quiet confidence of a man who is grounded in himself, who initiates without anxiety, who expresses interest without needing it returned immediately. Psychological exposure, allowing yourself to be seen without collapsing, is one of the most magnetic things a man can carry. She is not looking for a man without vulnerability. She is looking for a man who is not afraid of his own. Number 5. How you handle a moment of friction. The mistake is over-explaining, apologizing reflexively, or going cold when tension enters the conversation. She is not looking for a man without friction. She is looking for a man who can hold his ground without becoming reactive. The translation is this: friction is her emotional safety test. She is checking whether you lose yourself under a little pressure. The fix: if she pushes back on something, take a breath before responding. Keep your tone level. You can disagree without distance. A simple "I see it differently actually." Calm, no edge, signals that you are secure enough to have a position without needing her to agree with it. Number 6. Whether you make her feel safe, seen, and cherished. Not simultaneously, but in layers. Most men think reassurance is what makes a woman feel safe. It isn't. What creates safety is consistency. Small, repeated signals over time that you mean what you say, and say what you mean. What makes her feel seen is whether you remember the small things she mentions, not grand gestures. The specific detail she dropped in passing 3 days ago, and the fact that it registered. Cherished is different from complimented. Compliments can be automatic. To cherish something is to treat it with care because it has genuine value to you. The fix here is one simple habit. When she tells you something about herself, write it down. Not in front of her. Later. And let it inform how you show up next time. Number 7. The gap between who you present and who you actually are. This is the final calculation she runs. And she runs it slowly, over multiple interactions. The mistake is performance, keeping up an image that doesn't match your actual interior life. This costs energy, and she eventually senses the seams. What she is reading is congruence. The word her nervous system is searching for: is this man the same person when he's under pressure as when everything is easy? The fix is not to become more polished. It's to become more honest. If you're nervous, you don't have to announce it, but you don't have to be confident either. Easy, direct, real is always more attractive than smooth and hollow. Most men will hear this and ignore it. If this hit you, comment the word "cherish" below. And if you're serious about mastering this side of yourself, subscribe now and join the men who are actually leveling up. The bell icon makes sure you never miss the next piece. But this is only half the equation. Understanding what she calculates is powerful. Knowing how to turn that awareness into physical, embodied connection. That is where everything changes. In the next video, I'll show you exactly how to turn this into a powerful physical connection, starting with how to hug her so she melts. Because presence without touch is incomplete. And you're just getting started.